Good morning, students. Today we are going to read short read card, fiction, country mouse and city mouse. Okay. In this short read card, you will find that two mouse they live a different life and how they feel about it. So you can compare and draw the conclusion that which life is better and which life is not better. Now, let us look at the box given at the top. Aesop lived in ancient Greece. He wrote fables, often using animal characters to teach lessons about life. So, this story is written by Aesop and he used to live in ancient Greece. The short read card we have done before, the tortoise and hare, is the same one. Okay, it is also written by Aesop and he writes about animal characters to teach the lessons or moral related to the life. Now let us look into the picture. You can see the two mouses. Okay, one mouse is wearing blazer and trouser and the other one is wearing a simple shirt pant. So you can see that one mouse is having a simple life and the other one is having a luxurious life, and they both are smiling at each other, so that means they are friends. Now let us read this card to find out what is happening in the story. Once upon a time there lived a country mouse and a city mouse. They were friends. So there were two mice and one was living in country and the other was living in city, and they were friends. One day city mouse went to visit country mouse. So one day the mouse who was living in city, he went to his friend's house, country mouse, and visited him. Country mouse lived in a barn. He served city mouse a simple dinner. They are nuts, barley, dried peas and bread crust. So country mouse, he was living a very simple life. He used to live in a barn. What is barn? Barn is a place where we keep food for animals. Okay, so he was living in a simple life, and when the mouse went to his home, city mouse, he gave him the dinner that were nuts, barley, dried peas and pieces of bread. The simple food he gave to the mouse. City mouse ate everything he was given. Then he said, "My friend, I feel sorry for you." So the city mouse, after eating everything, after finishing his dinner, he said to his friend, "I feel very sorry for you." Country mouse was surprised. "Why?" he asked. So after listening this, country mouse was very surprised that why my friend is like saying this to me. So he asked, "Well, the food you eat is so poor," said city mouse, "but I suppose it's all you can get in the country." So what is the country mouse reply he receives from city mouse? He is saying that the food you eat is very poor, very low grade, and I suppose you can get a good food in the country. "I suppose so," said country mouse. "Is it different in the city?" So the country mouse is asking to his friend, "Is it different in the country? Is it different in the city that the food we get there, is it very nice?" "Oh yes," said city mouse. "You shall see how I live. I have all sorts of fine things to eat. Come with me to the city and I will show you." So the city mouse is saying, "Come with me to the city. I will show you that how I live there. I have all the good things to eat." Country mouse said, "That sounds exciting. That is very exciting. I wish to go there." "Indeed it is," said his friend. His friend said, That's true. That city life is very good life. Come for a week, you will never want to live country again." So he is inviting his friend and saying that you should come to city for 1 week and you will never want to come back to your place. Country mouse felt ashamed of his simple home now. He agreed to go to the city with the city mouse. So after his friend's opinion, after listening what his friend said, the country mouse is feeling ashamed. He is embarrassed that he is having a simple home, simple food. So he agrees to go to the city with his friend. It was almost midnight when they reached the city. They crept into a huge house where City Mouse lived. So it was almost midnight when they reached the city and they crept. What do you mean by crept? Crept means to move. How do you know na how the mouses they move inside their home? They live in the hole. So they crept into the huge house. A big house was there where City Mouse used to live. Let's eat, said City Mouse. He took Country Mouse into the grand dining room. So in that big house, he took his friend to a very grand dining room where we used to have our food. There are the remains of a feast. They nibbled their way through cakes and pies. They chewed in chews and cherries. So there in that particular house, a big party was organized, and the leftover food was left. Okay, the food which remained was left: cakes, pies, cheese, cherries. So they both mouses they started eating it. City Mouse was the perfect host. Try this, he said, passing a peach to his friend. So he gave peach to his friend. What is peach? Peach is a fruit. He passed to his friend, come on, eat this. Country's Mouse's eyes grew big and round. Never I have seen tasted such food, he said. So Country Mouse, he was very surprised that because in his life he had never seen or tasted such good food. And there is so much of it. He gave a happy sigh. I have liked to live here forever. So what is the Country Mouse thinking now? He's very happy. He's very relaxed. He's saying, I will live here forever. Suddenly he heard a loud hissing noise. What's that? He asked. Suddenly the sound of like a snake hissing sound came. What's that? He asked Country Mouse. The quack, sweet City Mouse, run for your life. A big cat shouted from the behind, and she was saying, run for your life. City Mouse jumped off the table. He scampered down the nearest mouse hole. The City Mouse, it jumped from the table and he ran away to the nearest mouse hole. Country Mouse also ran after him, just ahead of the cat. Well, wait here until it is quiet again, then we can return to the feast, whispered City Mouse. So they both of them ran inside the hole. Why did they run inside the hole? Because the cat was about to eat them. So he said to his friend, we will wait here in this hole so that when everything is quiet, when the cat is gone, we can return to the party. But Country Mouse was still frightened. He was very afraid. He shook his head. No, my friend, he said. No, my friend, you are welcome to your fine food. I would rather nibble dried crust in my self-owned barn. I am going home. So after this incident, when the cat was about to kill them, what is the opinion of Country Mouse? He is saying, no, my friend, I don't want this good food. I will like to eat my dried crust pieces of bread in my old barn. I am going to my home. So what is the moral of the story? A crust eaten in peace is better than a feast eaten in fear. So it says, if we are living a simple life but we are safe, we don't have any danger, any fear, so it is better to live a simple life than to live a high-fi life or luxurious life which is in lot of danger and fear. Thank you. Students, what you have to do now, you have read this card, okay, you have watched the video explanation. Now you will prepare a summary of this story. You have to write the summary on a A4 size sheet. Thank you.